The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tiger Technician Hour with your host, Basil Chapman. Call now, toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044. Now, Basil Chapman.
Hi everyone, Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians Hour. My pleasure to be here on this 4th of October. And we're looking at the Dow up 32 at 22,674. S&P's up 4.42 at 2539. Comp index is up a little. It's up 6 at 6538. The VIX index is at 9.82, back down under 10, but it is up 31 cents. And the E-mini that you're looking at right here with the daily, the weekly, and the 120-minute chart shows you this is an extended leg E in the daily. It's an E/B in the weekly, and the 120-minute chart has just started a leg E to the upside. The weekly is spiked above the resistance trend line. The 120-minute chart is a trend line and Chapman wave up channel with Chapman wave inside track resistance repellent area in the 2538 area, and we're at 2536, up 4. So it's going to be very interesting. There are a couple of reasons why I say very interesting, because in my work with the notation of the Chapman wave, I'm wondering if I can find that. Yep, I got it right here. Just let me show you for those of you who are perhaps new to my work. I try to identify the lowest low bar, merely count each successively higher peak after that. When you get to the fourth highest peak, I alphabetize the uppercase letters on the way up as A, B, C, and D. That's the fourth highest peak. You can go to E, F, and even a G. But it's at that fourth highest peak you're going to see over the period of this hour how many times that peak D can see quite a pullback, both either in time or in price or both. So here we are, we're in leg E. That little D right there was for one bar in the daily of the E-mini, and it's spiraled to E. The stochastic is at 96%, that's very strong. Unbalanced volume is in leg C, that's very strong, but it's kind of overbought in a certain sense. And the MACD has that second arch formation in the M pattern, extending a little higher than would be normal. So this is actually now quite positive, at least on the day. The weekly chart broke out, as I say. What I'm going to look at here, and I'm going to show you something very interesting. The QQQ series, that's the power shares of the NDX 100. Nice candle today, up 20 cents at 146.09. If by the end of the day it breaks 146.17, it's got a little way to go. 7 cents was the high so far today, 146.11. If it can get above the high of 2 days ago, 146.17, all of a sudden you're looking at a leg C as the MACD crosses positive and stochastic is rallying. That would suggest to me that we're really looking at higher highs and higher lows in the weekly chart of the QQQ series. Not only that, if it takes out 146.59, that double top in the daily chart, it extends leg C in the monthly chart. So this is really a couple of important sessions coming up. Now let me show you something else. If you look at the IWM, and the IWM today is up a little bit. It's up a penny at 150.34. That's extended its leg D. In the weekly chart, and I had a question about this earlier. Question was, Basil, what is the wave count in the IWM? And all I could say is, I did this yesterday, and I'd be flabbergasted. Good word. If the peak F in July, the week of the 23rd of July, this year at 144.35, and the drop to 134, actually 132.12, I believe. Let me just double check. 134.12. Oh, that was a mistake. I typed that in wrong. Yeah, I thought it was a mistake. That's 134.12 right there in the daily. Trough C. So if the IWM, the Russell 2000, in fact, if this is an A, and everything about the technicals, right as we're speaking now, it could change in the next 2 days if there's a sharp drop below 146.50. That's going to take quite a move. But at this particular point, my leaning is to say this is a leg A, and that there could be a really sharp decline, even down to the 143.75 9-period exponential moving average, which would take out the left side previous high of 144.35 back in July. But what I'm looking at here, there's a particular chart pattern. I've never actually named it. I know it visually. Let me show you what I'm looking at. You see this V-shaped pattern? It's what I would call an unsuccessful Groucho Marx eyebrows pattern, where it stops right there in a V-shaped pattern. It would have stopped right on this bar, the bar of the week of the 22nd of September at 144.67, just a little bit above the previous high of July, and then pull back pretty sharply, usually 1/3 of the move that it's had. What's happened here is it's got this other pattern, and I'm so familiar with the pattern, I just can't name it. Something, I don't know what it is. It's one of those patterns that you see every once in a while. It's got a long like a handle. Then it pulls back sharply, and then it goes above that very sharply. It can do that either down or it could do it up. And when it does it, that pattern, I'm not sure what it is. I'll try to do my little recollection here. And that says if there's a 1-to-1 to the upside, you can go to 154. Now, I don't want to get carried away. I'm just saying that's a pattern that I've seen before, and I've got to be prepared that if this pullback, and let's just say there's a doji close today, there's a pullback under 147.87, the 9-period moving average, even goes to the 146.48, or even tests 144.35, gives back all the gains that were made above the 23rd of July high. Well, that's a very familiar pattern, and it says to me that the weekly could then stabilize and have another leg to the upside, and that would be leg B. So I'm not prepared to dismiss my preferential treatment right now as if to say I'm more in favor of thinking of this as a brand new leg A than a final leg G that's going to come back really sharply into the 138s. That's my leaning right now. Let me lean. But anything can change. And the leg E in the monthly spiraled above the previous resistance. So far, this is really positive. I'm absolutely sure that you'll get a consolidation of at least 2 points, 2.5 points when that consolidation begins. All right, enough with that. I want to go to gold. Gold right now is trading up 1.2. Had its attempt last night. I'd say that it held the 200-period exponential moving average in the daily in leg D. It should try to make a trough D. I'm looking at this and saying gold, silver, bonds, copper, maybe even a little bit of crude oil could have a bounce, but maybe that bounce won't last, especially if the dollar, the DXY, dollar index, holds its gains. And look what's happened. It's in the leg D. It's probably going to make a PD today, but that MACD is strong, and stochastic still at 84%. That dollar still has internal strength. Isn't that interesting? Basil Chapman, Target, Commission's Hour, Dow's up 37, S&P's up 4.80. I'll be right back.
Today, it's hard to tell if the economy is coming or going. Regardless, I want my money going in the direction I choose. If that's your stance as well, then you want to know how Everbank can help keep your money thriving just the way you want. Is growing your money a priority? Everbank is committed to a yield pledge promise to pay high yields on your checking, money market, and CD balances. Looking to diversify? Everbank ingeniously developed accessible ways to spread your money around the world into foreign currencies and even non-FDIC insured metals. And when it comes to your wealth, they bring a highly experienced and global perspective to help you manage it. Everbank's financial philosophy flies in the face of the status quo. They believe your money's performance should not be determined by today's economic circumstances, but by the drive to rise above them and create opportunities that favor your objectives. If that excites you, like it does me, call 1-855-750-4051 to find out what they can do for you. That's 1-855-750-4051. Call them today. Everbank is a member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Since 1984, Basil Chapman has been using the Chapman Wave methodology to advise traders of his expert market opinion. While originally hand-drawing charts from the late 1970s into the 1980s, Basil noticed that prices under most circumstances virtually always had a certain number of legs to the upside before declining sharply. Later, Basil found that computer software, which included the standard market technical indicators, enhanced the degree of accuracy in calling price turns, as well as market trend calls. Thus was born the Chapman Wave sequence. Using the Chapman Wave methodology along with other indicators, Basil Chapman advises his subscribers of his expert market opinion each market day with his opening call newsletter. Right now, you can get a 2-week free trial to the opening call, Basil's daily trading newsletter, by visiting the front page of TFNN.com. Cancel at any time during that trial and pay absolutely nothing. Get your 2-week free trial to Basil's newsletter, The Opening Call, today by visiting TFNN.com. The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find the Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now.
Basil takes your phone calls. Now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
So we're looking at the dollar. And what I said to subscribers to my opening call is my very comprehensive, I wonder if I should do this right now. It's my very comprehensive daily look at the markets. I start off every day. Today, actually, I didn't do all that much. I had my wife and I had to do something very early this morning, and I decided I would take it to work. So we had to do this errand and then go off. Took it to work downtown Boston, and then I had to come right back. So I sent out my stuff very early. Just had a couple of things. So I had two questions. One is, Basil, have you started shorting yet? You said something about eight long positions that were all working well, and the answer is, I've kept those positions. I have an alternate that says that if such and such happens, we'll start an index short, but only if such and such happens. But in the meantime, we'll try to keep the longs as long as we can. It's the long diamonds for those subscribers along the Dow diamonds from 222 and 0.40, I think it was. In the 222s, it's trading right now 226.67. We still have that General Motors. I don't know why it's not pulling back here. It's at 43.84. It really should. It's extended. So yeah, we've got positions. We've got a steel stock, which is a very nice percentage. We got some long positions. I did start an option, a put option on a stock that's coming out with earnings, and my suspicion is that this time it won't. Last time it gave me a zonk on the head, slap on the side of the head, or whatever the expression is. When it gapped up, we were actually lucky even to get out of that position with a larger than usual loss. Usually they're very small, 1.5%, maybe 2%. Occasionally a 3 or more percentage, but this one was bigger than that. But we did get out immediately. I didn't wait, nothing. We just got out. And but there's a chance that this time, because of the competition, I think that there could be a pullback. So it's just one put position, more money than we usually put in, but that's the only way I could play it at the money. That's what I wanted to do, and that's what we've got. But in the meantime, let me just show you something. In the work that I do, I could try to go in sequence. So the Dow, this is my Dow chart with a very comprehensive outlook right there. This shows you the Dow with just the 9-period moving average the 20-period moving average and my Chapman wave 5 notations and patterns. He has the Chapman wave cup and ladle over there, which says if it breaks out, it should go not just to a C, but to a D. What it went to a C, and it's in a leg D. It hasn't gone to a peak D yet. But normally, when this happens, when it pulls back all the way to the left side lip, which would be 22,179. I don't know. That's a lot, 500-something points. Anyway, whatever it is. So, and here the MACD is showing that M-shaped pattern. Stochastic's got the M-shaped pattern. On-balance volume is becoming extremely overbought. And that's the only tip-off here that says, hey, you could get quite a bit of a pullback if certain things were activated. In this particular chart right here, I do exactly the same thing. This is the 120-minute chart. An even bigger cup and ladle Chapman wave formation, left side, right side, price time match. You can see it over there. But the MACD is still very strong, and stochastic's very strong. Here it is live. Let me just go to it live right here. So here's the, this is the daily extended leg D. Look at these green candles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green candle straight up. If you were short, it's just a terrible thing to see these things just open sharply high and keep going higher. Thank goodness we have long, for those subscribers with long positions, this is still working. And I had said quite a few weeks ago that for anyone thinking of the longer term, was this the time to add? I said, yes, start it, you can add another position now, and we will scale in on big drops, very big drops. But yes, that was the time, and that move is up. But I am saying that I'm watching a number of factors. I don't want to go out on a limb for no reason right now and say, big pullback to the 9-period moving average of 22,478. Yeah, that would be the first obvious support level because it broke that trend line resistance. Now that's trend line support. But I have to have patience to see how we get turned around and how the MACD holds and the stochastic at 97%. If it flattens out, we won't pull back. If it does curve down and go quickly to the 91 and then the 88% level, yeah, then we could get that drop. So there are a number of factors. There's the 120-minute chart extended even more. The leg D, look at the MACD, still good. Stochastic's at 98.54, 1.37 off 100%, which it never gets to. It's incredible. This is very strong at just right at this particular moment. So, okay. So the answer is yes. Trying to stay in these long positions. Emotionally, it's funny. It's harder to stay in the long positions. Well, the short positions get stopped out, I guess, if it's going straight up. But I mean, emotionally, I'm looking at this. I said yesterday, look at this. You've got the Dow INDU. Look at the left side chart, the daily. The middle is the weekly. On the right is the monthly. In the corner here is the 120-minute chart. We can get rid of that just for now. Look, leg D extends in the daily chart of the Dow. The S&P, SPX.X. What have we got? We've got an E going to an F/B, and it extended above a resistance, and the stochastic strong. The on-balance volume is getting somewhat overbought. But look at the way it's broken out in the weekly chart. I'm more afraid of shorting at this particular point than staying long. But my eyes are just popping right out at the strength, the buying strength that keeps coming in. Look at the QQQs. They are lagging it. Look, as we're talking, we've just gone to leg C. Now I have to call this a potential blue C, meaning that it's not just a retracement back. It's gone. 146.59 is at 146.34 was the high. I quite like the way it's just broken out. I'm going to go out on a limb. I'm just going to say, yeah, I think that this is going to go to a D over the next few days, and E in the weekly chart. Look at the NYA, the New York Stock Exchange. Forgive me, I know there are questions coming up, and etc., but I really wanted to go through this just to say to you, we're looking at something that's very, very unusual in that the VIX index, a number of elements that we could look at, technical tools that are suggesting that there should be some kind of a pullback, not just through the waveform, but through other techniques, is saying, yes, there could be a pullback, but because it's broken out with such strength, it might just be a sideways consolidation in a high-level consolidation? I don't know yet. It depends on that first big move to the downside, and the first time, say, in the New York Stock Exchange, it breaks at 12,316, up 13 right now. Until it breaks 12,200 underneath the 9-period moving average, I just have to look at this, shake my head, and say, wow, nice. As long as you're on the right side, I guess. I mean, yeah, it's tough. I must say, I can understand the shorting. I just felt I had to stay with my technique, at least at this particular point. Now, here's the very big thing. When I look at high-grade copper, it's not breaking out, it's not breaking down. Remember I said it's just kind of stuck, what I call a low-level consolidation. But now this is going to be very interesting. If you look at the XLF is really leading the pack in a very strong technical move in the daily. And I'll talk about the weekly in a minute, because that's going to be the real test with interest rates, which we'll talk about in a minute. I'll be back. Basil Chapman, Tiger Technicians out. Dow's up 39.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Technomental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Technomental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Technomental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com.
The TAS Profile Scanner Plus, developed by John Logan and his team, is a standalone piece of software that can change the way you trade. Let the TAS Profile Scanner work for you by scanning over 5,000 financial instruments such as stocks, ETFs, commodities, futures, and Forex. Right now, you can get a 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner Plus right at TFNN.com. And when you sign up, you gain instant access to John Logan's most recent webinar, How Price, Volume, and Time Make Market Profiles So Unique. This hour-long webinar with John Logan will walk you through the most powerful features of the scanner and how you can use it to become a more successful and profitable trader. You pay absolutely nothing for 30 days while you try out this software risk-free. For more information on the TAS Profile Scanner and to get your 30-day free trial today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
So we're in leg C in the 10-minute E-mini chart, and it should go through a little pullback. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if this is going to be a peak C. No new push above 25.38, round number. At least this 10-minute bar, and then we go to a D, and then maybe we have a little bit of a consolidation. We'll see. So this, one of my favorite patterns is looking at this very thin, very narrow, very gentle 10-minute bar, 10-minute chart, down channel, and then a breakout. I love that. And the breakout's usually quite sharp, which it was. Then it pulled back, held the 9-period moving average, and then broke out. MACD is very strong, a little toppy short term. Well, very short term, it's a 10-minute chart. And the stochastic strong at 90%. So I think there will be a D, and then we'll see what happens. So meantime, back at the ranch, I was asked about JBHT, which is JB Hunt, transportation. I believe that's truckers. But at 109, down 7 cents, made a high at a peak F top, 111.98 on the second. If it breaks above that, I'm going to call that, at least for now, a G. But it's a leg C in the weekly, still very strong, and a leg C in the monthly, still very strong. So this is where you find that strength. And I wanted to see the transports moving. Remember the other day I said, I can't get overly bearish if the transports are making a new all-time high, because you do want to see that. That's exactly what you want to see. So the question was, Delta, etc., Delta and the transportation index. Yeah, look at this. Delta screams to the upside. Leg C in the daily, leg B was a gray B in the weekly. It has to go all the way back above 55.75, the high of the 14th of July in the weekly chart, to start to reactivate that C to go to a D. And the weekly chart is a rising wedge formation, does target that new high in the 56 area. So yeah, 3.5, 4 points, going to take a few months to do that. Yeah, why not? But the most important thing right now, at 51.78, 53 cents, the 49 to 48 area is extremely strong support. At least it should be. All right. So that's the IYT in leg F/B. And there's that channel. This is the same channel that you're looking at, this time to the upside. And it says, when the transportations do have a pull back, just be careful, because this very narrow rising channel can give back about 4 or 5 bars if it breaks on the downside, and on the upside, if it's coming down, you can just take out 7 or 10 even bars to the left side. So this is the channel. In fact, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make it just so that you can see it better. I'm making it a little thicker, make it weight. There it is. There you are. That make that red because it's the bottom part that has to hold, and make this green because it's the top part, which is in fact the resistance level. I'll give you the numbers in a minute. Weight, and this is going to be green. Let's call it that light green. Okay, and that's F/B. So you can see this narrow channel. I'm anticipating that there's going to be some mini top coming up soon in the next 2-3 days. And at 179.28, you'll see a sudden pullback into the 176s and take a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 5 or 6 bars. Now that's kind of the way I'm looking at it, but it's very strong and it's very positive. Now I said I was going to look at this type of pattern in the weekly chart, the soft W pattern. If the MACD has this fast moving average, the green line really expanding with price, I like that. Just wanted to point that out. That to me is a positive. Next question is XBD. So the XBD, is this the broker? That's right. This should be the broker dealer. Yep, this is the ARCA Securities Broker Dealer Index in leg D in the monthly chart. All right, there it is, leg D, all-time high. Leg C, I'm only calling it a C for now, in the weekly chart as the MACD. There's that soft W pattern breaking out, very nice. And in the daily, oh, my eye says there's 1 penny difference. Let me just double check. 226.82 is probably 3 cents. Yep, 2 cents. 226.80. This is your A. So we're going in for the kill right now. That's it. It holds the support, and it's going to A. B. This is leg C. No way. Oh my goodness. So I said to subscribers yesterday that I was expecting, we didn't have any position, but just in purely because I love to teach. I love the I love the idea that you're getting a newsletter, you're getting education, hopefully you're making money. In some cases you're making good money. But at the same time, I want to show you different patterns that I've spent years and years working on. So the XPD, which is the ARCA Securities Broker, is down 9 cents at 245.99. Got a little doji candle in leg C. I said yesterday that SCHW, Schwab, a stock that I had when I did my last webinar, I discussed it and said I wanted to be buying it because I think this next phase going into the fourth quarter is going to be strong for that particular group. Well, we didn't get in, and look at this. There's your leg D. How many Ds can we have? And in the weekly chart, you see this resistance. We're bumping up against the Chapman Wave inside track, repellent, sell zone. So this is going to be very important. But it has, in the weekly chart, gone to a leg F. I might have to rename this, but I'm calling it an F right now. And that goes with the broker-dealer index we just looked at. And I also said there was a stock, FireEye. I was just looking at the names. We weren't long. I was just looking at chart formations, and I always look at these. That it was right here 2 days ago, and I said it should go to leg D, and it went to a leg D. Now it's holding with an inside candle, and it's a leg E. I'm calling it, at least for now, leg E in the weekly. So those are the techniques I like to show. And then, of course, within my target, my opening call, there's this, the overview and what I call overview and market today. These five, I call them these 5 quadrants, have the 120-minute Dow chart. There's that cup and ladle. It has the 120-minute chart. Really struggling to break out. Look at that resistance there. Here's the Richard Arms index. I only use it for numbers. I don't use it for any other thing. And there's the bar chart of the Dow and the S&P. This is for today. So I had said that at this stage, a rally in the VIX index is needed, and it needs to go over 10.30s, which would activate more selling into the close. So this will be a critical week if this is just not a one-day breather, if there is a pullback today. So that's where we stand. Gosh, I don't know how I got this frog in the throat, and it just stays there. All right, let's go to Rich in Portland, Oregon. Rich, how are you?
Good, Basil. Thanks for taking my call.
Oh, it's my pleasure, and I've been thinking of you for the past week because that TWO and the NRZ, that you had spoken about NRZ and the TWO, which is Two Harbors Investment Corporation, went to a leg D and then plop. There was a bond offering or something happened which just impacted it. So I really do want to talk about this. So can you hold on?
Yes, I will, Basil.
Great.
Thank you.
We'll be back with Rich in Portland, Oregon, and we're going to talk, hopefully, but yep, he wants to talk about TWO, and I want to talk about the one that he brought up, which was NRZ, and that's done well.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock and option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Larry Pesavento has just started his brand new service, Fibonacci 24/7, and he's already delivering content to his subscribers on a daily basis when the market's opened and even on weekends. Each Monday, you'll receive Larry's written report that provides detailed commentary and a summary on the charts and videos that Larry sends out. And throughout the week, when warranted, Larry will send out via charts or videos or both the key markets that he is watching during the day. This will be up up-to-the-date active trading information that will help you in your daily trading. In Larry's first week alone, he sent out 25 charts, 6 videos, and a full report to his subscribers in just 1 week. If you're a technical trader that uses patterns and retracements to trade, then Larry's service Fibonacci 24/7 is something that you must try. Right now, new subscribers can get a full 30-day money-back guarantee. With nothing to risk, sign up now to Larry Pesavento's Fibonacci 24/7 by visiting the front page of TFNN.com under Trading Newsletters. Until recently, it was almost impossible for the average investor to hedge against currency risk in Europe or Japan. For a bold trade on Europe or Japan that protects against moves in currency, trade HEGE or HEGJ, 2 times currency hedged leveraged ETFs from Direction Investments. Visit directioninvestments.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction shares at 866-476-7523. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors. Distributor Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Don't forget, you can listen to TFNN live on your mobile device 24 hours per day. Go to TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV. That's TFNN.com, then hit Watch Tiger TV for the latest market information.
All right, folks, so we're looking at the Dow 34, S&P is up 4.30, and we're on with Rich in Portland, Oregon. We're going right back to Rich. Hi, Rich. So what did you do in the end? Oh, Rich, you there? Oh, I hope he is. I want to know what happened. Rich? All right. Rich, if you have to call back, just call right back. We'll put you right on, and my wonderful engineer, Al, is going to tell me that you're on. So I'm going to discuss it in any case. You'll be able to listen to the archive just in case there's a problem. In the Chapman wave methodology, we look for Ds. What did we get here in TWO, which we were long for a long time, from August the 3rd, day after my webinar? We were looking for all these different patterns. Then we got this exact, hello, you're back?
Yes, I'm back, Basil.
Okay, great. So my question was, what did you do in the end?
Well, I did buy 2 harbors. But
Okay.
I don't know if this news that came out is going to be negative for it. They're announcing a 1-for-2 reverse split.
Is that what they're doing? Because it said that they had, what was it, a K8. They had signed a form, and the form didn't tell me anything. It was really a mystery throughout the day. I just kept looking at it. So,
well, there's a Business Wire news release dated September 14th where they were touting that they're going to distribute a special dividend of Granite Point Mortgage Trust to 2 Harbors holders.
Oh, that's what it was.
Also in that Business Wire announcement was they're going to do for a 1-for-2 reverse on the 2 harbors.
Why would they do that? It's doing so well.
That's what I'm asking is, I don't understand why you would do a 1-for-2 reverse if you're doing this special dividend.
You know what? Maybe they've just put the whole thing into one sentence. It's an unusual thing to do, but periodically there are companies that do that. They give this one-time dividend. It's really a part of the stock. It's kind of complicated. In the end, it isn't so complicated, but as it's unfolding, it is. But my biggest thing was throughout the day, I saw it go down and took us out for a little bit of a profit. We had 2 profits, both of them fairly small, but at least we made money. And then at 981, it starts to climb higher on the 28th. It gaps down huge. It closes at 10.25. Next day it goes whoops down to 9.81. I couldn't understand. I'm going searching all over the show. And then I saw something about like there was some kind of a note that they had to, some pro forma, I guess, thing that they had to fill in, and they signed it, and it didn't tell me what it was. And the stock keeps climbing and then closes at its high. Next day, it fills the gap. Yesterday, it had a pretty good session. Had a nice, 2 days ago, it had a good session above the 9 EMA today. Yesterday, and today it's even higher. It went to 10.15. So it's acting as if, ho-hum, So would you be getting that? Were you in it long enough to be able to get whatever it is that they're giving away?
I believe so, yes.
Okay, all right.
The actual stock split is going to take place on November 2nd.
Okay, so that's 3 weeks, more than 3 weeks, yeah. Wow. So, okay, so let's do this. As it stands right now, then, you are just probably a little bit under, but you have this bonus that they've thrown for investors. And the price is holding so well, it looks to me like it's just been received beautifully. But I get very suspicious when a stock can go down from 1025 to 980. It's 45. It's like a 5% plop in one day, even though it's coming back. So what I'm going to say to you is this. If you're able to, I would actually it might be worth it. Just call the company and say, hey, look, I bought your stock. Can you tell me what's going on? And there's always somebody there that's just going to give you or put you straight onto someone else and give you that information. They don't, it might be called two harbors, but they aren't going to harbor that information. They're going to give it to you because that's kind of what they do. Even if it goes to the PR people, and give me a call and let me know, because I'd like to know. We got out of it only because we were stopped out. I was very upset about it because it came back strongly. I didn't want to rebuy it because I didn't understand it. I wanted to give it a few days. These few days have been really good. So the next 3 days are going to be very important. What I want you to do is this. If it closes under, it's at 10.12 right now. If it closes under 10.05 at any point in the next few days, not closes. If it goes below 10.05, give me a call. We'll put you through right away. Let me look at it, because I think that if it then goes lower, it's saying, you know what, the news was good, not good enough. I want to see it hold the 10.10 area, maybe 10.09. I'd prefer to see by Wednesday today. I'd prefer to see by Friday's close that it is held 10.10 and is actually trying to go for 10.19. And that'll say to me, good, this is now a kind of a buy and hold for the moment. I don't want to really do anything, and let's see how it flows. But thanks so much for calling in. And I kept looking, because for subscribers to my opening call, I kept saying RZN, which is,
NRZ.
I knew I'd get it wrong. NRZ.
That's okay.
I keep thinking New Zealand had the same thing in a gap down, and that very next day, so it goes to a peak C, it makes that double top in the cup formation. It was actually acting a lot better even, because it had the cup formation, was trying to break out above 17.24. This is New Residential Investment Corporation. Then it gaps down. I think in sympathy, they couldn't have done the same thing. And I was going to buy it the very next day, the day of the 2nd, but instead we bought, I think it was, we bought a steel stock. We did something else. And I thought, you know what, I don't want to take a chance. Let's give it a few days. And it, too, is trying to rally strongly. So these guys are right in the sweet spot right now. If they're able, by next week, just to have ignored completely the gap down, if they're able to get even close to the recent high, in this case, 1720 to 1724 for NRZ, trading at 16.99 today, up 5 cents. And they seem a little bit immune to the market. They've been acting independent to the market, and that's another reason why I liked it. I was just shocked. I said to you, I prefer the pattern of TWO, only because it was about a week or so ago we spoke, and NRZ hadn't really climbed up to the level that it should have been at, but it looks to me like it's going to try to do that. So let's keep an eye. For me, it's a little bit of a tentative phase right now. It's done very well. I want to see after the 3rd or 4th bar, after rounding off that gap down low, is it capable of saying, ho-hum, that was just a one-day event. we're on our way to higher highs. That's really what you and I want to see. So I'm watching it, and I have not gotten back into this sector at all. But keep an eye on it, and just let me know what's going on if you could. I'd really appreciate that.
Well, one quick thing. The reason
Yes.
they all dropped on the 29th,
Yep. Was what? Yep. Oh. Oh, now we're all waiting. Rich. Yes. All right. We'll get you back straight after the break, and we'll find out if you're there.
Hi, I'm Steve Rhodes, host of the Trader's Edge, heard daily at TFNN.com and author of Mastering Probability, a daily investment and trading newsletter service that I send out each morning by 8 a.m. My morning newsletter service covers exactly what the markets have been doing since last night's close, providing you with an edge on your trading day ahead. You get actionable trading ideas, including the exact entry, stop, and profit targets. Plus, I'll teach you the patterns and hidden market correlations that will make you a better trader. As a subscriber, you'll gain access to my 90-minute money management workshop, where I'll teach you the secrets that'll save your assets. The bottom line, I've got your back, including a 30-day money-back guarantee. See for yourself the type of analysis I provide each trading day by signing up for Mastering Probability today. With nothing to lose, this is an offer you should not pass on. Mastering Probability can be found under Trading Newsletters on the front page of TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Hi, folks. This is Steve Rhodes. Stay tuned for another great hour of the Trader's Edge, heard here at TFNN.com.
Everyone, Basil Chapman, we are back. Do we have Rich there or not? Oh, all right, we don't have Rich. He said I was going to tell you something so important. All right, well, I'm sure that he'll call back maybe tomorrow, but it was just an informative thing, and what can I say? So a couple of quick questions, let's get to it, and then, so Sean wants to know about, I lost it, Sean, oil. So he said, I went short via DWT. So, okay, DWT. Now, folks, I for my subscribers, I did say I'd have an update at 1:15. I'm going to be sending it out as soon as the show's done, because I forgot I got an appointment to go to by 1:30. What a day. So I'm not doing anything. We had the plan exactly as we're staying with the plan, and the plan is in number one, under what I have for my 19, 20 bullet points. Number one, that's the plan, and we'll outline that. We'll see what happens. If those events occur, then that's what we'll stick to. So let's see, DWT. DWT. I got some really good questions about the outlook, the longer-term outlook. If the market's doing so well as it stands right now, why would you want to be shorting? Surely fund managers are going to say, hey, this is great stuff. Let's just keep going until the end of the year. We haven't done it yet. Why would you want to do it now, get out of the market? I'll deal with that tomorrow. There's no use rushing into it. It's a process. And the process says that I've got to get my peak Ds, and then I can start to Ds and Es, and then I can start to assess downside potential. And we extended the Ds to the upside, and that's the way it is. And even the bank stocks that I looked at, many were in Ds. So WT, this is a velocity shares 3 times inverse crude oil. So it's at 25.20. I'm just going to say, Sean, I think you're right, because when I go to my crude oil chart, that peak E right now is giving me a down arrow that says sell signal, probably a sell mode by the end of the day. And that says the upside has to restart and really kick in to do fabulous things. On the upside, right now, it's lower lows and lower highs. So I think you're right. Crude oil is pulling back. This is the day that was the opportunity for gold, silver, bonds, etc., to really turn around. Bonds right now are weak. They're down 27 cents. They're really struggling. I think these trends are going to stay for just a little while longer. Let's deal with it tomorrow. Hey, have a wonderful day, everyone. Thanks for being here. Any questions, just email me at Basil Chapman at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.